Hi, future third graders. Okay, so today we are going to learn about two new people, and this is our I can statement. I can identify what the myth Prometheus and Pandora tries to explain. So, what do you think it is you want to be listening for? So today what I want you listening for is what is happening in the story, what is Prometheus and Pandora, what's happening with those two characters, and what is it that they are explaining in the myth, okay? I also want you to be able to retell the story, so make sure you're paying attention to what happens and in what order that it happens. All right, and you are going to want to have your list of people in front of you, just like I have. All right, and let's go here. All right, let's start right here. Remember, our two characters' names are Prometheus and Pandora. Pandora to me sounds like a girl's name. So looking at this picture, I don't think that either of them are girls. And there's something else I wanted to show you that I did not pull up. So give me a second. So this is what Greece looks like. Isn't it beautiful? So this is where all this was taking place. This is the area called Greece, the country of Greece. This is where all these stories started, where they were all told a long, long time ago, okay? Remember we heard about the 12 important gods and all of that. These are the stories that people who lived here in Greece, the Greeks, used to talk about. All right, so let's also remember what makes gods or goddesses different from human beings. Do you guys remember? Gods can do something, or they have a special skill that humans don't. If you said immortal, you are right. They are believed to be immortal, which means that they don't ever die. And they also have a supernatural power, or something that they're able to control, right? Are humans immortal? Nope. Are humans able to have a supernatural power? Nope. So those are the two big differences. All right. Let's get started. So this is Prometheus and Epimetheus. Prometheus and Epimetheus. I want you to just take a second and look at the picture. What does it look like they're doing? Right here, what does it look like he's making? To me, it looks like he's making a man. Over here, it looks like he's making some type of goat or animal. So it says, long, long ago, there were two brothers named Prometheus and Epimetheus. Their names fit them perfectly. Prometheus means foresight or to think ahead in Greek, and Epimetheus means hindsight or thinking afterward. For example, I want you to think about this. For example, if you plan to wear your jacket outside for recess because you know it's going to be cold, what would that be? Foresight or hindsight? Thinking ahead or thinking afterward? I know it's cold outside, so I'm thinking I should put my coat on. So that would be foresight. I had foresight. I thought ahead about it. And then you are so excited, though, that you rush out and you realize that it's so cold and you wish you had brought your jacket. What would that be? That would be hindsight. You're already in the situation, and then you're like, ah, man, dang, should have grabbed my coat. All right. Prometheus was quite clever and was always planning ahead or using his foresight in an effort to make things better for himself and for those around him. On the other hand, his brother Epimetheus was always doing foolish things without thinking first. He would act, and then he would be the person to be like, ah, man, I should have done this. The ancient Greeks believed that it was Prometheus who first created human beings. So that would be this right here. This one right here would be Prometheus. Make sure you add that to your list. Okay, so Prometheus right here. And this is Epimetheus. Oh, whoa, Miss G. Epimetheus. So make sure you add that to your list. And next to Prometheus, make sure that you put that he was the person who created humans. So what do you think Epimetheus is going to be? What are we going to put next to him? We're going to put next to him that he created the animals. Prometheus was the first created human being, and it was his brother who made all of the other creatures. Zeus gave the two brothers the gifts to give the living things. So while Prometheus scooped up some river clay and began to make human beings in the likeness of the gods, meaning he wanted them to look like the gods, but were they the gods? Did they have the same powers as the gods? No. His brother Epimetheus made all sorts of animals and gave them all the good gifts. The animals could see, they could smell, and they could hear better than humans, and they had fur to keep them warm, unlike man, who shivered in the cold. No. Sorry, y'all. Okay, here we go. All right. So Zeus, the king of God, noticed all of these new animal creatures hopping, swimming, flying, growing, and walking on the earth. Zeus told Epimetheus, "These toys of yours are quite amusing. Some of them make me laugh, like that. What did you call it? An elephant? What an imagination you have. Others are quite beautiful in their own way. This morning I was watching your dolphins leap and play in the water. They are graceful and smooth in their movements." To Prometheus, he said, "But these humans of yours, what good are they? The other creatures are bigger, they're faster, they're stronger. Humans just sit around. I think you should get rid of them and try something else." Prometheus, however, had something in mind when he created humans. He suggested, "Please be patient, great Zeus. I think you will be surprised and pleased at how quickly humans can learn and how useful they can be. Why, I plan to teach them to pray for you. Wouldn't you like that?" So let's stop and think right here. What is this myth already explained? Going back to what our objective is, that I can explain what this myth is explaining. I can tell what this myth is explaining. So what already has Prometheus and Epimetheus done that explains something in the world? So they created things, right? So this is explaining how humans were created, and it's explaining how animals were created, right? Good. So that's already what we can talk about that's been explained. All right. Zeus agreed that this sounded like a fine idea. "Very well. I will give humans time to prove they are worthy. If they do not do so, however, you will have to get rid of them." What do you think is going to happen? Do you think that Prometheus is going to be able to convince Zeus that the humans are important? Turn and tell your person next to you, your parent, your friend, your niece, your nephew, your cousin, your teddy bear, your pillow. What do you think? If I'm thinking about the text, I'm thinking he does have a plan. Remember, he talked about how he was going to teach them to pray to Zeus, and he was going to help teach them how to learn and be useful. So I think maybe Prometheus will be able to convince Zeus that they are worth keeping. Let's go to the next one. Oh, Zeus doesn't look happy. Huh. Let's find out. Prometheus felt sorry for the humans, though. They had no fur to keep them warm, nothing to light the darkness, and nothing to use to cook their food. Humans needed fire, especially if they were to prove themselves. He asked Zeus for the gift for humans, but Zeus refused. Fire, he said, is just for the gods. Ooh, let's go back and check. Who is the god of fire? Go back to your list. Let's see. Was it Hades? Nope, it wasn't Hades. Here it is. Hephaestus, he was the god of fire. Remember, we learned about him, how he was the blacksmith. And while I'm here, I'm going to go ahead and add rows below. Created humans. I'm actually just going to go down a little bit. Epimetheus created. And they were brothers. I'm going to put that on here. All right. Oh, man. Uh-oh. Do you think Zeus gave it to him, or do you think he took it? Looking at the picture, what do you think? I don't know. I feel like he took it. Let's find out. Prometheus knew that up on Mount Olympus, where most of the gods lived, there was one carefully guarded fire. The gods and goddesses used this fire to cook their food. From the same fire, however, came the dangerous lightning bolts that Zeus would fling through the sky. In fact, all fire came from this one source. Zeus had said, "Fire is too dangerous for these ridiculous humans to use wisely. Only we gods and goddesses shall have it." Yet Prometheus was determined to bring fire to humans, even if it meant disobeying the king of gods. Ooh, he's brave. He's not listening to the king of the gods. Because remember, he has a plan. He's using his foresight. He's thinking ahead. Prometheus picked a stalk of fennel, which is what is in his hand right here. It's an edible yellow flower. And carried it up to Mount Olympus. When no one was looking, what did he do? Yep, he dropped in and got a coal and put the fire in the plant's center where no one could see it. Then he carried the plant with the fire hidden inside down to the earth. How do you think Zeus is going to feel when he finds out that Prometheus did this? You think he's going to be happy? I think he's going to be so angry. Remember, he felt like the text said, let's go back and read it. Fire is too dangerous for these ridiculous humans to use, and then it's only for gods and goddesses. So Zeus is not going to be happy. Oh no, see? Prometheus. Not long after that, Zeus noticed smoke rising from the earth. Looking down in amazement, he saw that humans were now doing all sorts of wonderful new things. Zeus thought, it seems human beings really are worth keeping around. At the same time, however, he was furious when he found out that the humans possessed, or that they had, fire when he had forbidden this. Guessing at once, I went too soon, sorry. Guessing at once who was responsible, Zeus promised, "I will teach Prometheus and these human beings of his that they must obey me, and I know exactly how to do it." Soon after this, Zeus ordered Prometheus chained to the side of a mountain. Every day, an eagle would come and peck at Prometheus. But because he was immortal, he never died. Ooh, what do you guys think? Do you guys think that would be a horrible punishment? You're not going to die, but an eagle's going to come every day and peck at you. Oh, that sounds so painful. So painful. Now, Zeus was still angry that humans had fire, but he had decided to let them keep it and instead punish man in another way. Ooh, I hope you're listening. Remember, our objective is explaining something. To punish man, I will create a special box. Opening this box will have unpleasant results. I will need a new human to bring this box to man. Zeus ordered one of the gods to create this new human. He then asked each of the goddesses and gods for some wonderful quality or talent for this new human, explaining, I want someone who possesses all of the most wonderful characteristics, and I shall name her Pandora. So this little lady right here is Pandora. The name Pandora means all gifts. The gods gave her the gifts of beauty, intelligence, curiosity, and persuasion. To be able to persuade means you are able to make someone agree with your opinion. All right, so let's stop right here. So I said there were two things I wanted you to listen for. The first was, what did this explain? What has this myth explained so far? And I want you to tell me what has happened starting at the beginning. So if this was me, I would be able to go back and think, or if you need to, you can replay this and think about, what did we say this myth has explained so far? There's two things that we know has been explained for sure. And then I want you to tell me what happened starting at the very beginning. Retell the story to me. Remember, these are one of our reading goals, retelling a story. So starting at the beginning, you know, using those transitions words. First in the myth, this happened. Then this happened. Then after that, this happened. So tell me what has happened so far in the myth. Okay, so these are your two homework questions today. Remember, you can email them to me or text them to me, and they will be listed on the dojo post. And I hope you guys have a wonderful, wonderful day. Okay? Bye, guys.